If you think being busy equals success, then you're wasting your most valuable time. In this video, we'll reveal 5 overlooked alignment strategies that help you accomplish your biggest goals without burning out. Plus, stay until the end to discover the energy mapping technique that works even when you're completely overwhelmed. Strategy number 1. Have you ever noticed how some people accomplish twice as much while appearing completely relaxed? Remarkably, these individuals aren't working harder or longer hours than everyone else. What if the secret isn't about managing time, but about managing something else entirely? Think of your energy like a smartphone battery. You can either drain it quickly by running multiple apps simultaneously, or preserve it by focusing on what matters most. Did you know that our cognitive performance naturally fluctuates in predictable patterns throughout the day, with most people experiencing peak mental clarity during specific 90-minute windows? It's like Rey in Star Wars learning to use the Force. She discovers that fighting against her natural abilities creates struggle, but working with her innate rhythms allows her power to flow effortlessly. While this approach maximizes productivity during peak periods, it can sometimes lead to guilt during natural low energy phases. So how might you work with your natural rhythms? Try peak mapping. This technique helps you identify and protect your highest performance windows, allowing you to accomplish more meaningful work in less time. To harness this natural rhythm, track your energy levels every 2 hours for 1 week. Simply rate your mental clarity from 1 to 10 and note the time. For instance, if you consistently feel sharp between 9 and 11 a.m., reserve this window exclusively for your most important and difficult tasks. Remember, align with your peaks, don't fight your valleys. Strategy number 2. Ever wondered why successful people seem to say no to so many opportunities that others would jump at? Intriguingly, they've learned that every yes to one thing is automatically a no to something else. Think of your time like a museum curator's wall space. You can only display a limited number of pieces, so each one must truly deserve its place. Interestingly enough, research from behavioral economist Dr. Sarah Chen shows that people who regularly evaluate their commitments against their core values report significantly higher life satisfaction than those who didn't. While this filtering process creates more intentional choices, it can sometimes lead to missing out on spontaneous opportunities that don't align with your predetermined criteria. What does this reveal about making better decisions with your limited time? Consider priority screening. This approach ensures every commitment aligns with what actually matters to you, preventing the busy but unproductive trap that catches most people. To implement this decision framework, ask 3 questions before accepting any commitment. Does this advance my most important goal? Does this align with my core values? Does this deserve my peak energy? For example, before agreeing to that networking event, check if it genuinely supports your career priorities or just feels like something you should do. Remember, every yes should serve your bigger picture. Strategy number 3. The next challenge becomes protecting those decisions from constant interruptions. Do you find it curious how the most productive people seem almost selfish with their time? Surprisingly, they've mastered the art of creating barriers around their priorities without feeling guilty about it. Think of boundaries like the walls of a garden. They don't exist to keep everything out, but to protect what's growing inside from being trampled. Fascinatingly, workplaces with clear time boundaries report higher employee satisfaction and creativity as people feel safer to focus deeply on meaningful work. It's like Newt Scamander in Fantastic Beasts. He maintains strict protocols about when and how others can interact with his magical creatures, which actually protects both the creatures and the people around them. While firm boundaries increase focus and respect from others, they can sometimes create initial pushback from people accustomed to unlimited access. So what method can help establish protective barriers without damaging important relationships? Implement a strategy called access scheduling. This system gives you control over when others can interrupt your focused work while still maintaining strong relationships. To establish these protective boundaries, designate specific communication windows. Check and respond messages only at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. daily. For instance, set your phone to silent mode during deep work sessions and let people know they can expect responses during your scheduled check-ins. Remember, boundaries aren't walls, they're doors with operating hours. Strategy number 4. let's address internal interruptions that sabotage focus. Have you considered how often your own mind becomes your biggest distraction? Paradoxically, the harder we try to force concentration, the more our attention seems to scatter in different directions. Interestingly, our brains seem to be designed to resist the very focus we desperately need. Think of attention like a spotlight. It can only illuminate one area clearly at a time, but we keep trying to light up the entire stage simultaneously. Notably, research from neuroscientist Dr. Michael Rodriguez shows that people who practice single-task focus for just 25 minutes demonstrate measurably improved cognitive control compared to multitaskers. While this concentrated approach dramatically improves work quality, it can sometimes feel slower initially as you resist the urge to juggle multiple tasks. What does this suggest about the way we should structure our most important work? Apply a focus protection strategy called single threading. This technique eliminates task switching penalties and allows your brain to reach deeper levels of concentration on meaningful work. To maximize this cognitive efficiency, work on only one important task for 25-minute focus blocks. Remove all other browser tabs, silence notifications, and keep a notepad nearby for distracting thoughts. For example, if you're writing a proposal, close your email, put your phone in another room, and commit fully to that single task until the timer ends. Remember, depth beats width every time. Strategy number 5. As promised earlier, here's the game-changing approach that ties everything together. The missing piece most people never consider. Isn't it striking how our culture treats rest as laziness rather than recognizing it as fuel for peak performance? Mysteriously, the highest achievers often appear to work less than their struggling counterparts. Could it be that strategic recovery is actually the secret weapon of sustained productivity? Think of recovery like sharpening an axe. Spending time maintaining the tool allows you to cut more efficiently than swinging a dull blade for hours. It's quite fascinating to discover that elite athletes and top performers across all fields follow structured recovery protocols that are just as disciplined as their work routines. It's like Mulan balancing her intense military training with deliberate rest periods, understanding that both preparation and recovery are essential for peak performance when it matters most. While intentional recovery maximizes long-term output and prevents burnout, it can sometimes feel counterproductive when others around you are constantly busy. What specific approach can help you treat recovery as seriously as you treat your work? Master a recovery integration strategy called restoration cycling. This method treats rest as a strategic investment rather than lost time, ensuring you maintain peak performance capacity over the long term. To implement this sustainable approach, schedule 15-minute recovery breaks every 90 minutes during focused work. Step outside, do light stretching, or practice deep breathing without any devices. For instance, after completing a challenging project phase, take a genuine 10-minute walk instead of immediately jumping to the next task. Remember, rest isn't earned, it's required. What's your biggest challenge when trying to align your time with what actually matters? Let us know in the comments. If you're interested to learn more about self-discovery, then be sure to watch our video about time management secrets you've never been told. To learn more about the power of you, see you there.